Just talk to my mom. How are you doing? Good. How are you doing? Good. How are the sisters? Good. So on and so forth. Some bullshit, but how
How,
things are going.
how can you
Uh,
call that bullshit? You're talking to your mom. Show some
no, as in
respect.
bullshit, as in I don't. Okay, it's it's bullshit to me and to her because it's a funny story back home. But it's besides the point. It does not matter. Not getting into it right now. I'm too lazy.
That's
Regardless,
insane. That's insane that you would say that. Because
why? Why are you offended on behalf of my mom?
because I've been recording for the last 40 seconds.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Caught in 4K.
What if I said a slur? What would you do?
It's a I would bleep it out because this is a really good opener.
Okay.
Welcome to PROTOCAST, episode 3.
Wow. PROTOCAST episode 3.
You have to respect the hustle, though.
Not really, no. Anyway, go on.
That's Eternum.
Hello.
He's a hater. That's Holly.
Hello.
Holly is a fan.
And
And
anything but a hater.
I'm your goat. lyNAx.
Yeah. People are gonna take offense to that. I do.
In this is my. I'm not saying the video game. We're not talking about the. I'm talking about host. I'm talking about hosting this shit.
All right.
That's a good bit. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. I like opening with you talking about your mom.
And how
Well,
much
that's-
Eternum
well-
hates them.
And exactly.
God.
Exactly. Which isn't right. Like it's not a bad thing. I'm not hating on that. That's your opinion, and I respect it. It's just I feel like some other people might not. Some other people might.
They are actually just framing me right now in real time. I'm being set up. This is like clinical precision.
People need to know.
The people need to know.
They don't need to know anything about my personal life, actually.
On that note, I'm going to while we begin, before we begin, this is Holly. Holly played Gang Wars. Holly played well in Gang Wars. We had Gang Wars this weekend, and Holly got some good wins. Beat Hunter, lost at the end. To the GOAT, Big Cock, pulling out for Team East, getting the win. But Holly, you played well. How do you feel?
You know, I choked a little, but I feel like I played good until the Bushcat game.
Yeah.
I feel like I
That was rough, but hey, it happens.
No, I get it. Like playing against a good robot is just a different game.
Yeah. I gotta stop fucking approaching from the air. It's just I gotta stop doing that. I'm not against robot anyway.
Okay, you know what? Let's not. Because if I get started on cowboy game theory, I'm not gonna finish.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
Like,
so
we can talk about Cowboy Robot, but
let's not.
Me and you both know lyNAx Eternum games don't count as Cowboy Robot.
That's besides the point entirely. What I was gonna say
is I'm sorry. I love you, Eternum.
This is entirely. I'm calling back to last episode of PROTOCAST for anyone who's listening to this who also listened to the very end of that. We asked each other who we think has the potential to be goated at the game. And Holly was one of the people I named. And I'm glad to be proven right.
Mm-hmm.
As I always.
Yeah. And Holly is an up-and-coming player, even though you give yourself too much credit every single time,
of course I give
all the time.
Much credit.
But Holly, you've been playing for a while, so I want to just go back in time and pose a very important question: why femboy?
Oh God, it's a funny story. before I was girl, I was femboy, and when I was femboy, this is fucked up, but I unironically look like Buddy Holly. So I took the gamer tag Femboyddyholly, and then I'm not a femboy anymore, and I need a new name, so I picked Holly.
I'm putting a picture of Buddy
That's-
Holly.
That's
do you mind if I do that? Can I do that?
Go ahead, honestly. Not really anymore. I've like grown my hair out, so I don't really look like him anymore. But I'm just saying, if Buddy Holly was born in the 21st century, he'd be on TikTok. He made outfits. Like that's not even a question.
Wasn't he from Texas?
I don't care.
He still would be. Texas, like Texas is Texas, but like Texas has a big population. Texas definitely has the TikTok types.
That is true.
He's an artist.
I just wasn't
It's so
expecting
big,
to
it covers
think
the
about
entire
Buddy
screen.
Holly today. Really,
It's so big.
I'm shocked. I remember who that is. Like that's just not.
Buddy Holly from Weezer.
Yeah, Buddy. I was about to say that. Yeah, it's Buddy Holly.
Mhm.
You know what? We're just replacing your art on the couch with Buddy Holly now.
Okay, that's fucked. Don't do that.
It's hilarious.
Okay,
Can I do that? Do you mind if I do that?
Yeah, you could do that.
Sick. Okay.
you go ahead. But anyway, on a similar note, as we were saying, you've been playing for a while and you've had pretty good results every once in a while. Pretty consistent, but it happens to the best of us.
True.
When do you remember when you started playing?
Yeah.
Yomi
it's-
in general, and then competitive specifically.
I started Yomi in general in fucking March of like 2023.
Oh,
I
Okay,
think that's when the Steam
early.
achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
was-
about
it
when
was a
Steam
long time
release
ago.
happened, right?
Yeah, that's Steam
Yeah.
release.
And I didn't really get competitive until the Mutant Unstable. I had like less than 100 hours before that dropped.
Fair.
And then Mutant Unstable happened. That's when I actually like joined the servers and learned how to play this game properly.
Yeah, that makes
So right
sense
after Olympus,
because
basically.
yeah, it was the first protocol was Protocol 30. I see.
Yeah.
Which is like the
Yeah.
second one after.
Olympus, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played Vine Rail in some like unstable pub lobby, and he brought me into Protocol.
That's funny. Yeah.
That was his
I feel like
fault.
so many people have this exact story, especially
He
with
does
Vine.
that a lot.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
it was just fight a random person and then be like, "You go play competitive."
You know what?
I-
You reminded me of like an interaction I had when I was like 2 days into the game where I saw Zetabots in the lobby and I had no idea who he was. And then he said only bot in this lobby and then I left. I don't remember why. Anyway,
Sorry.
continue.
I was gonna comment on whatever you said, but as you began talking, my Discord crashed.
Nice.
Yo.
I don't think it picked up.
Yeah, you guys
It did not
disconnect.
pick up. No, you were just silent.
Okay, cool. Because my Discord crashed, I didn't hear a single word of it. I don't have anything to bounce off of.
Well, too late now. So you get into competitive. Do you remember your first like good tournament? Like any tournament that like stands out.
I think my first top 8 was the one where all of the good players were playing in that one modded tournament for money. And like gaming got in with like playing one game. That was my first top 8. The fraud. was top
I'm
8.
checking
We
the
were
bracket.
all playing.
Is
We're all
this
playing
the
the
one
same
where
tournament.
gaming? It is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the one where gaming got third.
Oh my lord, dude!
It's the one where gaming got to top 8. JDQ. I need to see this. It's he beats gaming, beats a pubber, beats help, beats Kodamine, right? Which,
Right.
you know what, respectable. This is before Kodamine got better, but like,
Yeah.
right, like,
Fair enough.
fair enough, respectable. And then he gets Zeta DQ, Jade DQ, straight to
Wow.
winners finals.
Yeah,
Mind
I
you, I
had a
will
Zeta
say,
DQ for my top
I
8
will
players.
say that means that it was he beat 2 Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
And at the time,
Yeah, he be. Yeah, no,
oh,
no. I'm sorry. No, you're right. I forgot about that. This is like earlier mutant cowboy matchup.
okay. I will say though, on another note, as funny as it is to like say, oh, it was the fraud tournament, oh, whatever, Zeta DQ'd and J DQ'd and I DQ'd or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
else,
no,
right?
you still deserve it.
It doesn't really matter. Top 8
Because
is top 8. Who gives a fuck? Protocol is
yeah,
protocol.
like
That's what it is.
this isn't even like that fraud, right? Like back when the
Oh,
fucking
dude.
right, like when lyNAx won Protocol 31, people were like, "That's a fraud tournament." lyNAx beat Mellow and right, like people
Nobody
say.
knew it was Mellow, to be fair.
I mean, no one knew it was Mellow, but and
Except
we
me.
no we weren't we like all talking about it in Caster's box like the moment the tournament ended.
It was not revealed that it was
It was
Mellow,
not
no.
revealed, but we were all hypothesizing like it's
Yeah, that was...
probably Mellow. But right, like lyNAx wins that, and people in the moment like on stream were commenting about how it's a fraud tournament, but like the more time goes on, the more you realize like every single bracket, no matter how fraudulent it seems, is like still a bracket with people trying to compete and win. So
Yeah,
right, like your top 8, and especially
Yeah.
your run,
that's what I'm saying. A
you
win's a win.
went
Who cares?
through
I'm
you went through losers. You won 5 losers games and beat Shadink and Zeta to get top 8. Like there's not much fraudulent about that.
all right. Vicha Dink Zeta was the DQ. Yeah.
That was a DQ? Oh, that's funny.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't say so on this start.gg, so we're gonna
Right.
not
The
mention
We're gonna
that.
little historical revisionism.
Yep, of course. Yeah, no, it's Protocol 40. Protocol 42. Then you got a top 8 again. Which is funny because that's also like what might be considered a fraud tournament.
see, here's the thing.
That-
All of those tournaments from like around that time, everyone was like, "Oh, there's so many frauds. Oh, there's so many people you don't deserve to be
no,
here. We need to kick people."
this one
It's
was
really
fraud
funny.
because Mario subbed for Char and then won.
Yeah, that was a...
No,
Wait,
it
we
doesn't
always
count.
forget that one
It doesn't
happened.
count. It's been like on start.gg it doesn't count. Like right after that I double DQ'd Grands. No one won.
That's hilarious, actually.
And that's the one where I would have like just swept the bracket if I didn't DQ. That's where I
Coulda,
was
shoulda, woulda.
coulda, shoulda, woulda. No, you're right. I shouldn't have gotten the freest winners top 8 and then the freest bracket in the history of brackets and then DQ
It's
because I
okay,
had
like,
places to be.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's
Not every tournament is
okay.
about you. We're
You're
here,
right.
we're
But
here to talk
you
about
have a
Holly. We're here to talk about the new generation because we're old heads
I
now.
do
exactly. Oh my god, we are.
You're old.
Thank you. And then you have 2 tournament wins here. You have a
Reset 5. I won.
Oh, I
See?
don't see that. That's
Yeah,
that's
because
because it was
Reset
on the
are
other
fucking
platform.
scrubbed.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? That's actually more legitimate than the ones I was gonna bring up. Bargain Bin 8, where Oreo DQs and Grands, and
Oh yeah, he just he did not want to fight me, Chris.
and more recently, magic mutants.
Oh, that was my magnum opus.
Yeah, yeah, it's an incredible performance.
Magnum Opus is hilarious. I just got reminded of Bargain's swan song.
And I'm just gonna like take a quick peek at this
Yeah, do you know
bracket.
what happened in Magic
I will say.
Mutants?
I don't know what happened, but I
Magic
was gonna
Mutants is
ask
being
because I see
Yeah,
Jack and DQ. Okay, Jack and DQ's in winners finals. You go to grands. Uh, Jack and double DQ'd, so McDonald's butter comes from losers. Then you
Mhm.
DQ the first grands
I think
and
I
win
just
the reset.
wasn't looking at. I wasn't looking at that. I forgot to check in.
I think winning that is more of a big deal than you think, because that was judged by the biggest cowboy haters on the fucking planet,
Yeah,
right? Like, you had Abigail and Mario on that fucking panel,
I think
and
Abigail's
you
kind of turned
still
around on
managed
it.
to win.
Yeah, I lost the match, but I got a combo start off of a drift hold T3C,
Banger.
which
Actual fucking banger.
What
It's one of the
like
rawest things I've ever heard.
three
Like, I hit
three combo or like T3C meaty hold?
3C, I'm assuming.
yeah, I hit the second hit as like just a block string hit, and then I drift held to make the third
Oh,
one
that's a
hit,
banger.
and
That's huge.
they like flip command grab to call out a shift stinger because I had a foresight there.
Wait, they were playing robot?
They were yes.
No, I thought it was a mutant only bracket.
No,
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
No, I
It's
mean
just
that
called
it
Magic
explains a lot more. It's
The idea,
very helpful.
as far as I remember, and I should remember because I'm supposed to be on the panel next time we run it, God knows when. You get points depending on whether you win or not, and then you get
Oh yeah,
points
and then it's
depending on whether the
sickness.
judges think you're
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I gotta I might do that because Abigail a while ago just DM'd me. Join my tournaments.
oh, that
15
was
minutes
probably
later, lyNAx, save me, lyNAx, I'm gonna die.
that was probably 5
Awesome.
seconds before the tournament started. That's how I joined
Yeah,
the
most
tournament.
likely.
Yeah.
They went into my DMs and asked me to join.
I was playing
Next one is
I was
supposed to
playing
be
Valorant with lyNAx and Drac, so I couldn't.
bad, but you people, I hate all of you, every single one.
You need to hop into squad Eternum. I don't know what to say.
Oh, hell no.
No,
These people keep making group chats.
lyNAx keeps adding you into the group chats. Don't blame
None
me.
of you are without blame. You keep making group chats and adding me into them, and then getting on VC and playing Valorant.
That's
I'm
not
just like,
me. That's lyNAx.
I don't sleep.
Look, okay, we have a comp. We have the squad, right? Me, Mellow,
Where was
lyNAx,
your
Drac,
mask?
Zero. It's goated. I top frag because I'm just cool like that. And lyNAx, I don't know why. lyNAx just gets you in every time. That's not on me.
Don't want to talk about Valorant, okay?
Which is why we're gonna talk about balance.
God, no. God, okay, hold on. No. We can leave the balance for later when it comes up.
Yeah, no, later. I'm sorry, that was a fine transition.
No. What I'm saying is, I'd rather end it all than sit here and talk about balance for the next 40 minutes.
No, that's how I have felt for like the last 9 months. Like literally since I started playing the game, I was like interested in balance for like the first 2 patches until I saw what they were doing to my baby boy, and then I just like give up and went with the flow.
For context, what they were doing to his baby boy or removing old Shockwave and removing old Loik.
Oh god, I fucking hate old Shockwave so much.
No,
Now, people don't like,
some of it was bullshit. No, like I agree.
so-
No, a lot of it was bullshit. I'm sorry. A lot
exactly.
of it was bullshit. Like, but like because he had bullshit, they also removed a lot of things that were just normal.
Such as
Op- like optical nerf,
such
so that
as
now it drops like second hit in combo.
Hope.
No, like
Hope more than Steve.
Yeah.
We
like
were dealing with shit L-Slice for ages until I took it upon myself to fix that shit. Go make an unstable discussion post, buddy.
bro, you're
Take
more.
problems into your own hands. That's how we do it around these
No,
parts.
that's the thing. I don't care enough.
Like, this is, what I was gonna
I'm
say.
not writing literature for this shit.
That's your problem.
No, you're right. I do need to lock in because I have a robot gang agenda that I need to fill out. I need to get rid of bombos.
This isn't even Robot Gang agenda. This is everyone else's agenda.
No,
The
no,
Anti-Clanking
no, no, no.
Combat League is
Trust me.
back, baby.
Trust me. This is the clanker agenda. If I get rid of bombos now, then I can just live in peace. They're not gonna nuke my character.
We should start calling you people clankers again.
Yeah.
It's a
I feel like we
swear
had a
and
good thing going.
derogatory.
Yeah. I feel like we had a
You
good
can't
thing
do
going.
that.
Then eventually we stopped. People forgot about how bullshit robots.
God. Old armor.
Yeah, he's chill
remember,
now. He's chill.
Speaking of the
He's a
olden
friend.
times.
I still have
Okay, if you say so.
PTSD from the old armor,
Yeah.
and you just armor step around start.
Armor
I had to upswipe to beat that.
Armor.
Oh, that's abysmal.
That's
I don't
funny.
even know if that's from my puffer days. That might be dog shit.
Armor
I
step.
don't know. Old armor was something else,
It
to be
was
fair.
yeah.
What was I gonna say? On the note of like ye olden days,
Yeah.
I did need to ask because something that happens we've seen with a lot of people, right? And we've seen this kind of like cycle repeat itself over and over and over again of someone makes Yomi content or someone plays the game or whatever, and other people watch it. They start playing the game because of them. We have examples like lyNAx
The
being inspired by
cycle.
Jade to play. Yeah, we
The
have
cycle will
examples like
continue
Dark
soon.
Reveal.
Soon.
Yeah.
The cycle will continue.
On that note of like inspirations, right? Are there any players, are there any games, any moments up until now that you felt like have been memorable to you? Have kind of like shaped how you play or how you see the community, et cetera, right? Not idols necessarily, but moments or players that you looked at and went, damn, I want to be at that level. I want to do that, right?
Honestly, I didn't really watch any like competitive content before I got competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just got into the game from a silly like combo video from March of 2023 when nobody knew anything about this game. So like I never watched like Olympus replays or anything. I didn't know who the hell Alucard was.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I
To
didn't
be fair,
really...
neither did either of us, I think, at the time.
I'm gonna be so real. Like somehow subliminally I did know.
That's
Like
crazy.
I started playing the game like the same week Olympus Q1 happens. I watch Grands. That's how I got into Protocol. And like
Right.
I don't like I might have had like a vague experience many moons in the past, like seeing an Alucard video that I just don't remember. But like for some reason, I just knew Alucard is the big guy.
It like embedded itself subliminally into your brain.
Yeah. No, I genuinely don't know how. It was just the truth. That was just the reality I lived in.
Yeah. But like as you were saying that you didn't really like get into anything until You didn't really
I
see
can,
much of competitive or the players until you
until
started
like
yourself, right?
yeah, until you said Vine dragged you in. So
yeah.
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 But yeah, that's what I was asking about. Like after you started, right? What kept you going in a sense? Was the motivation just like, oh, I want to get good at this game? Did you have fun doing tourneys? What was it that clicked with you as far as the competitive aspect of the game goes?
Man, I guess I, I guess I just want to get good. Like
Hmm.
it's kind of like weird. This game is so small that like I can legitimately, anyone here can like kind of consider ourselves like top in the entire world, which is kind of a weird experience.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of bullshit because there's like 1,000 people who play this game.
No, no, okay.
Or like,
There's
yeah,
all.
yeah,
So here's the thing.
Yeah, no,
Protocol
you got it, you
is
got it.
relatively small, but protocol is still like a shockingly minor percentage of all the
yeah,
people who play the game.
yeah.
Like bafflingly so, right?
Like, I'm just gonna check. Like I've had those exact same thoughts. Like, I might be like top, like whatever. Like, I might be good. I might be one of the best of all time. But like, there's so few people that play the game that like it's not that impressive. Like
Mhm.
this is still zero point
Right.
zero 0.01%. Like we're looking at Yomi Court is 76,000 people, and then there are more on top of that that just aren't on the Discord, like normal people that play video games.
Protocol is like 1.7, 1.8 thousand,
What?
but
Yeah,
most
1.7.
aren't consistent competitors, right?
Yeah.
More so, like, what I want to say about that is more so just the fact that I feel like it's kind of misleading to be like, it's not that impressive because the community is small. Because that doesn't necessarily mean everything. The community can be, it is definitely very small, especially in comparison to like other competitive communities. But that's not to say that there isn't like real ass competition to be had here, right? You don't
Yeah.
have the same level of dedication that people put into Smash or Tekken or Street Fighter or Guilty Gear, et cetera, like actual competitive fighters that show up on big stages. Because those people make a living off of it, right? Those people are out here doing it for the love of the game, right?
Hmm.
And that also means that to get good at it, you require a level of dedication that is purely just out of like competitive spirit. And as I said, the love of the game, right?
True. Yeah.
Nobody's doing it because they think, shit, I might be at Evo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just purely wanting to be better for your own sake, for the sake of competition, which
Mhm.
I think is pretty fucking awesome. And I think
Yeah.
promotes a different sense of competitiveness and also means that people are going to get good regardless,
Yeah.
right? Just because the community is small doesn't mean that there won't be people who definitely stand out every once in a while. And we keep seeing it happens in cycles. People stood out before Olympus, people stood out after Olympus, people continue to stand out now. Every every few weeks there's newcomers that either show potential or prove themselves to have like a real ass chance at getting good at the game, right? That's how it goes.
Hmm.
So so you started yeah, no, you started like very early.
Yeah.
March 23. I want to talk more about that because even though you weren't competing, like did you play the game often like that entire time, like 9 months?
I think she
Uh,
said she only had like 100
yeah. I
hours,
had
right?
100 hours before Mutant Unstable. I played it like a lot more at the beginning of my playtime, and I kind of like fell off, then got back on again, then fell
Okay.
off, then got back on. Now I'm like on it steady. I'm up to like 600 now.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean,
Mhm.
You're getting there. It's
fucked. Getting
no,
there is insane. lyNAx.
I
And
mean
she
that's how.
understand.
No, like
600 hours is a lot.
no, 600 hours is a lot. No, don't get me wrong. Like
It's fine.
No, like that's an insane amount
Yeah.
compared to the average player. And no, I respect it. That's sick, right? That's a lot of effort and a lot of time. That is gonna like continue to pay off, and that you're gonna build on to get even better.
You were like not nearly as good at 600.
Uh, mm,
I
I
just
don't.
didn't pick
It's
up
like
I
Fix
mean,
Board.
when we were at 600 hours. When I was at 600 hours, it was fucking ages ago.
yeah. Well, I
It's
was.
like our perspective on game time is so skewed.
Like, do you remember how
Remember,
many?
with lyNAx, I treated this shit like it was almost a full-time job.
Yeah, that was fucking. I had like 75 hours in Olympus Qualifier 4, where I got ninth, one win away from qualifying. Uh, and that's where like I
That's like
lock
humble
in,
bragging.
and I'm like, I want to see where this goes. Fast forward through like IRL sheets of paper of labbing combo routing, playing the game for like insane hours, and like literally 2 months later, I have built up like 300 hours. Like that's
I need you.
you can do the math on that, but that's like an insane waste of time.
Yeah, absolutely. I need you to take the images of like your sheets of paper with your like schizophrenic scramblings
I
and put them on screen.
I think I have it like somewhere on my PC. It's been a while though.
You've sent them to me at some point.
Yeah.
I think there was just like what I think at some point he sent me a page that was just like, what was it? Was it just like command grab written over and over again? Something like that. Something along those lines. I
Yeah,
don't
me too.
remember.
Me too, bro.
Like it was
What
straight up
robot
like
labbing
they
does to me. You know what's crazy, by the way? I sat like in class, in between classes, I sat in my car with the game open and a notebook in front of me, writing routing, unstable drops. All of it is worthless.
this to everyone who's listening.
Don't do
This is
this.
what not to do.
This is
right?
what not to
This
do. I won protocol and it was still not worth it.
This is like an extreme case, right? Like nobody.
Oh, I also have the flowchart. I have the fucking Excel doc.
Dude. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I've never written anything on a piece of paper for Yomi. I hope I never do.
I
I
have.
hope you never do either.
I regret to say I have. I was talking about this earlier today. I don't remember to whom, but I had a notebook that I started keeping at like the beginning of the year when I started actually getting into like labbing tech and shit because that's the only thing I've ever really labbed. And I had like I was studying tech via the scientific method. I was like isolating all possible variables and shit, right? I had a notebook from like January up until June, at which point I lost it somewhere. But it was just full of like fucking basically just schizophrenic ramblings about Bullet.
See, that's why I don't have to. It's because people like you do it for me.
And that's exactly what I said too. That's the funniest part. I was like, this is the beauty of other fighting games. Other people do this shit, so you can steal it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we gotta do it ourselves.
I'm looking for the image, by the way, and I went back to the first image I sent you before
It
without
might-
looking at it.
what
Do you
was
remember what it is?
Maybe I don't know.
It was
The
quote.
first
It was
image you sent me?
quote. Okay, give me your PayPal so I can send you your dollar.
The first message you sent me?
Yes.
Oh
The
my
first
god.
DM.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was for the sadness tournament.
Oh god. Oh no. That was fucking traumatic, dude. We got robbed.
You won.
I know. I got robbed. It's abysmal dog shit.
No, you're right. I forgot to give you your dollar. I was gonna give him an actual physical dollar when I went to Berlin, but I forgot.
I'd rather not have it. What the hell am I gonna do with $1? Regardless.
Use it.
Okay, man.
Buy
Where?
buy yourself something nice.
Thanks, share it. Yeah, gladly. I appreciate it, dude.
Okay. I do want to cover balance, like surface level. We're not gonna go deep, but I do want to
Okay, here's the
hear
thing, right?
Holly's tier list right now, like on this patch.
Oh god, it's tier lists. This game is so matchup dependent that I feel like tier lists are a bad way of looking at it. Like, there's only 5 goddamn
I
characters.
agree, but I feel like there's an agreed upon tier list right now in general, and I want to hear where you stand on that.
Cowboy and Robot are probably the tops, and then Wizard and Ninja in the middle, and Mutant probably still on bottom. Maybe Ninja on bottom.
Okay.
The thing,
That's the thing is, it's still not settled from this patch. I actually forgot there was nerfs.
there's absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
there's always contention, right? This is how Yomi balance always has been, is, and shall be for all of time.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever agree on anything.
Yeah.
But it's like there's always contention, especially right now because of how many big changes there. Not big necessarily. Ninja got a lot of big changes.
Yeah, Ninja I
Cowboy
feel
got
like really fell off. I feel like Wizard
I haven't really
is still like
played.
up there because
Yeah, I haven't-
Wizard still gets orb if you use it intelligently. The nerfs definitely have an impact,
Yeah.
but like at low
Do you think-
meter orb just lasts longer.
I
Do you think we're
feel
gonna see
like
more like spark bombs and telekinesis?
yeah. Octo has
I
been
think-
trying to push the spark bomb agenda for ages
I
now.
think telekinesis is slept on. I think if orb didn't exist and if telekinesis wasn't competing for meter, telekinesis would be like top 2, 3 supers in the entire game.
The story of every single Wizard super.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think Wizard definitely dropped down the tier list a little bit, but is definitely still good, right? A lot of the things that make Wizard like almost egregious are still there, just toned down to a degree, right? Orb lasts for less, especially on more meter. Like it starts draining very fast. I've noticed it in my games. Orb drains pretty damn quickly now.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot less oppressive. Not having dart on missile form is the biggest change by far.
Thank God.
That's
Which exactly. Thank the
I hated
fucking
that.
God.
which is I mean that's temporary. It's gonna be replaced by something else. Right? Like
Yeah, orb fire.
yeah, orb fire. I feel like we don't count that yet because this is
That's
like
gonna happen.
it's a temporary change. It's
You just have to see how
Yeah.
good fire is.
Yeah. I feel like that direction of giving Wizard more things that are less good is
That-
interesting.
especially like less
Right.
because like I'm imagining orb fire I think is just like right now is just a concept with like no execution, like not much thought behind it, but like what I'm thinking is basically like flamethrower. Like doesn't do hit stun, but can like drain health very
Mhm.
slowly. Because that's very not oppressive, but it promotes like getting chip, I guess.
Block stringing with that.
Yeah, and it can be good as a block string
Wizard
tool
block string.
without being oppressive.
Oh, Wizard block strings my behated.
Wizard block
But-
strings.
what I was gonna say about the tier list actually is that I feel like for Robot we're going to see something very similar that happened to Ninja over like the last few months,
Yeah.
where the character gets increasingly like more
Good.
respect, quote unquote, in the tier list as as the meta develops and as people realize that
And,
hmm,
and more,
maybe
and especially like
not having this thing.
because everyone else like gets nerfed. Because the thing is,
Yeah,
Ninja was like in a certain position after like he was nerfed in early unstable, right? Like he was definitely in a spot, and then like every character was like exclusively getting nerfed for the next
base.
like many months, which just ends up being reverse power creep. Which
I mean,
I feel like
what really
genuinely
changed?
right now, Cowboy and Robot are like in very good positions as like this is what mid tier should look like. And like not to say like they shouldn't be changed ever, but saying like this is roughly the power level they should be at, and instead of like now the ninja and wizard are nerfed, if like Cowboy gets too strong we nerf Cowboy, instead we buff ninja back up, and like now we stay at about this level, because at a certain level, like if we just keep nerfing, uh when characters are too
Ain't really
powerful,
fun anymore.
there's too much cheating, but when characters are too weak they lack too much flexibility and freedom in movement, freedom in actionability, right? It's
It's
about striking
complicated.
that
Yeah.
it's about striking that sweet spot, and I feel like right now uh like we're leaning slightly less on actionability, and which promotes more thoughtful, careful play, which I like.
Yeah, I mean
But
that's the goal, right?
yeah, but like if we keep going down, then uh it becomes like sluggish for every character to uh do what they want to do, and then you have to be
Right.
too careful and it's not interesting. So I feel like right now in that sense we're in a good spot. I feel like ninja is eventually gonna get buffed. I think some of the nerfs aren't great. I've said this. I feel like dropkick should keep the high damage, and I feel like damage should be nerfed in like linkers, right? Like Ninja has
Yeah.
the big damage moves that he's aiming to get in his combos, and to nerf overall damage, you nerf things like skull, right? Like Skull Shaker was already nerfed, but like you nerf like Skull Shaker, like Air Chuck. Frankly, like Air Kick can be
Yeah.
10 damage for all they care. It's Air Kick is a Air Kick is a utility tool, and we all know it. If it does 0 damage and scales your combo, it's still worth a lot of the time. More
I
more
mean,
more so point being like not like eliminate damage, but like tone it down a little bit, so if you have to
yeah,
end up
nerf
using
ninja
that
more.
kick, it's gonna hurt you.
I think like the thing with ninja is the big moment where ninja like took prominence was removing speed cap on grapple.
Mm-hmm.
And people started realizing that was a problem pretty quickly with things like pull block still existing. But it took a while for that like kind of power to materialize, especially
Yeah.
because there weren't enough ninja players like actually like sitting down and labbing shit. We started to see ninja kind of take that position in the tier list as people like, oh, it came into the scene and started like labbing shit out, figuring things exactly, getting their BNBs down, getting their punish game down, figuring out and like consistently and extensively labbing what the game's supposed to look like for Ninja, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had very few people who were willing or had the time to do that. The the kind of person who's going to do that is like Draxia, and Draxia hasn't really been playing for ages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there wasn't that kind of like level of dedication to the character to make that power apparent
Yeah, they were
until
just kind of
eventually it
slept
was.
on.
And it shifted. Yeah, exactly. And this is the kind of thing that this is what I'm saying. This is the kind of thing I think we're going to see with Robot, where, as we're seeing right now with bomb combos being lapped out and stuff, right? A lot of characters are underdeveloped. There's not enough effort going into figuring out the details of how the character is supposed to play, and a lot of people are just like flying by the seat of their pants. As a character gets better, and as a character climbs the tier list, or is more playable, or new players start playing them who have the time and effort to dedicate to figuring them out, we're going to see like pretty big changes in the tier list and the meta. Because as it stands right now, I feel like the characters are relatively close in power.
Mm-hmm.
We have the eternal problem child mutant who kind of just doesn't care about anything and is both high tier and low tier at the same time. That's
Yeah.
just how it is. But
They keep asking for buffs, and then when they're like, okay, what do you want? They ask for the least impactful and most annoying change.
it's not even that. Right? I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and I will echo it until the end of time. But every time the topic of mutant buffs comes up, right? Everyone outside of those discussions, outside of those conversations, everyone openly agrees that mutant advantage state is already very good, arguably the best in the game, and he doesn't need more of it, right? He doesn't need help in that aspect. But every time the discussion of buffs comes up, the only thing mutant mains can come
Venom
up with,
buffs.
is looking dead at you, O5 Mario, is advantage state buffs, and it makes me cry.
No, he doesn't do enough damage though.
Just every time people talk about like, oh, but the combo routes are difficult, I just like stare at them like this is The Office, right? It's like I'm like Jim turning to the camera and just like dead staring at it. Because what do you mean it's difficult?
They
my
don't know. They
my
don't know
like
our pain.
my 4K into Mongolian ball detonation is not strong enough.
And Venom needs to combo in corner.
and then into Envenom combos with no shockwave.
Oh my god. That's what I'm talking about. Like, why does Mutant need a better advantage state? I'm crying.
Envenom combos when in corner, and then Envenom combos if the opponent is envenomed. Like there's
I love
definitely
needing to guess
Envenom
for my
loops.
life. I love needing to guess for my life after I lose RPS.
Uh,
This is a very cowboy problem.
It is.
yeah, like
That motherfucker is completely bulletproof. That's my main problem. I
like
can't shoot.
Yeah, I know.
it's a cowboy problem, but like, look, I'm not gonna talk about the robot mutant matchup. All I'm gonna say is it's so abysmal that now I'm getting like back into playing more robot dittos, and I would rather do that than play robot mutant. Like I'm going to play underpowered ninja into mutant every single time. Like if
I
like because I can just play ninja and I can just have the tools to fuck over your advantage state, and I'm happy. That's all I need. You cannot bully me. I live. I uppercut.
nah, I'd uppercut.
Minus one. I'd uppercut.
Actually, every time. Do it.
Why not?
What? Yeah,
Why
like
are you
what's he gonna do? He can press grab or he can press forward swipe. If he presses a 5-framer, we trade ID. If he presses like, yeah, if he presses a 5-framer, we trade IDI down, and I'm still like barely +7, and I get a combo.
It's also that with grapple and with boost,
Yeah.
Ninja can actually be like a pretty solid threat,
No, exactly.
and
Like
Mutant
I've been
doesn't have
saying
very many
this.
ways to snake around that, right?
I've been saying this, but like Ninja does just like Ninja plays very differently, but in the essence of what the two characters aim to achieve, Ninja
Similar.
is just better mutant. He has infinite less flexible jukes in grapple, and he has mega juke, and he has the very good close range RPS, and that's all it is. That
Mm-hmm.
he's able to compete with Mutant on the RPS level and is able to have better punish game. And genuinely, like, because of that like fundamental thing, even if Ninja damage is nerfed, even if like Ninja even when Ninja gets nerfed, because Ninja is gonna get into that RPS, be even, and have better punish game, like that's it is like not just conceptually winning, it is mathematically winning for Ninja.
Right.
Like
That's how it goes.
I just have to play the same game and win less often to kill you.
That's what I'm saying. Mutant. The issue with Mutant in neutral is that he has so many ways to snake around and out of the opponent's advantage, especially in terms of like, especially like speaking from the cowboy perspective. Ninja doesn't have that issue necessarily because boost and pull are one are more linear, but are also more direct threats, right?
Yeah.
You are threatening hitboxes. You're not threatening a projectile. You are threatening straight up fucking I kick you in the face, right? You are threatening a boost dropkick from the other side of the map that they can do things about. They can try to get out of the way of, but it's a much more direct threat that he can't just like kind of cheat through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, like, why is the caustic spike toggleable? Like, let's just not do
Let's
that.
okay. I don't think this is a conversation we can get into. I don't
No,
think this
like
is a
not
conversation
no,
we'll
not not
qualified.
not right now. It's just like it just occurred to me. It's so
Fucked up, yeah.
yeah. Like why does he get that? Like
He does.
There's so much cheating in
like why would that's like if that's like if robot could just like disable Loic and now it's a grab 50-50 explode.
Mhm.
Just like yeah, that's like if shutdown was a toggle. Yeah, that's if shutdown was a toggle.
It is.
And we all know how robot toggles go. You remember bomb bounce.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
Bomb bounce. Okay, bomb bounce was sick. Bomb bounce
You
was
need to
so
die.
bomb bounce was so sick, but it's way too strong. It was so fun.
Oh,
It was so sick.
I don't know, man. Every time we think back to like shit that has existed in the game before, I think to myself and I'm like, maybe Cowboy isn't that bad, right? Like maybe he's, you know what? Like he's been fine. He hasn't had that much egregious shit.
Yeah.
We should bring back Gravity Field or whatever it was called.
We should bring back
Gold
magnetize.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Does
But
anyone
like if you
remember the
counter hit
fucking
robot,
crab? Does
you
anyone remember
could
the
like
fucking crab diagram?
the crab, yeah. Like that old magnetizer is just like a circle and you're trapped in there with them. But if you
Yeah.
hit them, then they're trapped in there with you.
God.
They read magnetized by mashing an attack, and now it's
Why did,
infinite combos.
why
It's
did anyone think that was a good idea?
on-demand cage match.
It's no wait, that's Baldur. We need
It's
to
great.
explore that avenue.
No,
Robot is
it's
lacking
been
supers right
explored.
now.
It has been explored. We figured out how terrible of an idea it is.
Make
We don't have
bomb bounce cost meter. It's the solution.
the mark of idiocy is trying something twice and expecting a different result.
But it's different this time. Now it costs meter.
This time for real.
I swear, it's definitely gonna be different now that I have to spend 1 meter that I would not spend on anything else otherwise.
If I've got a Loik in front of me, right, and I get fucking magnetized by a robot, forcing me into an inescapable cage match in the corner, I close my laptop and I jump out of the window. That's
Okay,
it.
but what if
End
you
of
win
story.
the RPS?
What do you mean?
Well, then you get a combo, and they're in the cage with you.
What do you mean
It's
win?
balanced.
What do you mean win the RPS? I dodge roll and you die to Loic.
Exactly. There's no
Just win
winning
twice.
here.
You have to win twice.
I dodge roll through you, and not just like, do you not hit me? Now because I dodge rolled in, the magnetize pulls you into the approaching Loic.
There's no winning against the robot regime.
Yeah. Which is why we don't
Nobody
ask
wins.
for anything, because now we don't ask for anything, and now it's chill like that. Now it's
You're still going through reparations, okay? You are still paying that shit out.
yeah, but like, I'm not getting hunted for my head anymore.
Yes, because we decided there were bigger problems.
Yeah, exactly.
And now there are no more bigger problems, so we're coming back to you, motherfuckers.
Shut up. It's okay. I'll remove bombos. Bombos are ass. Just don't.
Bombos are ass.
Yeah, they are.
Flamethrower needs to be toned down a little bit. I'm gonna be so fucking real with you. We had this conversation.
We labbed this.
We labbed, yes.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 free damage.
It's 1,000 damage in exchange for a different. It's just like flamethrower as a move is like total skills your combo once and is gonna be like the 1,500, and it requires routing.
Oh no, it requires.
No, that's not. That's that's not what I meant by that. I meant
I know.
like it's not a
I
50.
know.
It's not a 1,500 you get mid screen. It's a 1,500 that you get like corner exclusive, and then you also have to do math. I'm not saying it's particularly difficult. I'm just saying it's balanced in that it rewards robot and gives I'm not saying that it doesn't need to be toned down, but I'm also saying that right now is not particularly oppressive.
So notice how I said nothing.
Yeah.
Notice how I said nothing the entire time, and you just came to that conclusion yourself.
No,
See,
I did that to appease you. I said, like, I'm not against like changing it because some people dislike it, but also it really ain't that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's the kind of thing where it's like, does he really need it?
He kind of like really does.
He
kind of like unironically does though. That's like the entire point, that his punish game is good.
Well, it's not really the fact that his punish game is good. It's that if you are in corner against robot, that's his win condition.
Yeah.
It's like, because it's really, this game isn't about punish game. It's about how much of a fucked up situation can you put your opponent into repeatedly. Robot does that very well, because if you're in corner, you're not getting out that bitch. You are
Burst.
in there.
Burst, and now
We're
you
not
have
having this.
advantage
We are not having
neutral.
this conversation again. We're not.
We're
We're
not.
not
No,
going
you're
back
right.
to. We're not going back to should we account for burst when we balance characters.
It. Well, I think that is a good note to end this on. It's been
Is it?
yeah, it's been an hour. I think we keep this one like relatively short.
You think so?
And I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to ask, Holly?
Oh, fuck. No.
Just put her on the spot like that. That's crazy.
No,
Both of us on the spot.
no.
like that.
I mean, I was asking Eternum, like, do you have anything to ask Holly? Like, do you have right? Like,
I mean, no, not that I can think of really.
well, I mean, yeah, right. Like, I mean, we had a nice discussion. We had a nice guest, and thank you, Holly, for coming on. You are a cool person. Thumbs up.
Wow.
Thank you for dealing with us fighting about balance.
It wasn't
for the
really.
past
It wasn't
15
really fighting.
Mom and Dad are fighting robot balance.
Okay, I'm gonna. I need to set a reminder to nerf bombos. Actually, no. Ivy is gone right now, so I can chill.
Yeah, we can do that later.
We can do
Regardless.
that later. I will
Thank
say
you.
though, right now on the airwaves, all robots
Okay.
who think bombos are hard to pull off, I have not gone into single player to lab it once, and I hit bombo loops on 1 second timer because I felt like it.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah, I topped in like a pub lobby unstable with a robot, and I like have played a robot 5 times ever, and I hit one of those.
It's not hard. Literally,
It's really not.
Loic bomb restand into explosion sound effect.
Like, here's the thing: Holly and I feel like are in this situation where we're used to cowboy combos, and that shit's abysmal. I remember talking to Owen. He was trying to flowchart cowboy combos at some point, and he was like, he's off of Stinger Starter. He was looking at it. He was like, "What's the move here?" And I was like, "Well, it's a DI read." What do you mean it's a DI read? It's hit 2 with a combo.
Yeah, no, that's and yeah, your cowboy combo routings are very unique because they are very
Because we're good.
It's very flexible because you have TP, but also your moves. But in exchange, your moves don't give you too much room to breathe.
Yeah, it's a
So
lot of
that's what I'm saying. Right?
Which I feel is a fun trade off to have. It's unique.
It definitely a very fun dynamic, right? And I definitely enjoy it. It's a big part of why I like the character. But this is part of the reason why I and a lot of other like top level cowboy mains just look at other characters, players like they're just saying shit whenever they talk about difficult combo routes. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. Every single time someone's talking about difficult combo routes, I can feel the like collective cowboy brain cell being like, "Look at these assholes."
They don't know.
They don't know what it's like.
They
don't know what it feels
every
like.
every character, I feel like every single character has like a unique dynamic that no one else can like that prevents anyone else from just hopping on and being able to play that character at a top level. Right, like Cowboys block strings and combo routing are very unique. Ninja's neutral and his approach to risk taking is unique. Wizard presses projectiles, which is unique.
Wizard does things, a lot of them.
Mutant cheats, which is unique, and Robot suffers.
Also cheats.
Robot suffers in neutral and then makes the opponent suffer when he finally stops suffering.
E.g. cheats.
I mean, there are more cheater characters than Robot, and we both know it.
Level 9 kill press.
Yeah.
I remember watching Garbage in the Invitational get hit by fucking level 8 plus or some shit like that. That's terrible,
Oh
dude.
god, I saw
That's
that. I would have quit. I would have quit, Young.
Yeah. No, Steve, I am not strong-willed enough to get hit by that and be like, everything's fine. It's all fine. It's just a loss. No, it's not just a loss.
And on
That's a
that
lot
and
for the
on that
soul.
note, all characters have their quirks, so
Everyone cheats.
don't hate the
Bottom line.
game, hate the player. The player's yourself. Get good. This
Don't
was
think I've heard that
lyNAx. That was Eternum. That's Holly, our guest for today. Thank you for coming on, Holly. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Holly, and thank you everyone for listening. If you were here up until this point, go ping fucking, I don't know, Mile in Protocol General.
Mile.
Yeah,
Thumbs
okay.
up.
Sure, ping Mile.
Don't worry.
I'm down to do this like every week. Like we just
Every time.
randomly ping someone. I guess mobilize the people.
Preferably an alt.
Yeah, because I was thinking like for consistent ways to end these. Because for starters, I'm just gonna like do the thing where I start randomly recording at a certain point and catch the
Just at my expense.
well, not it doesn't have to. It could be at the guest expense. It can be at my expense. Like I'm gonna start recording if I'm saying some funny shit.
It's never gonna be at your expense.
It's never gonna be at my expense. But you could dream.
It can't be at your expense. You know when it's starting. Usually,
If
I'm
you give the
saying
record
some
one to
unhinged
Eternum.
shit.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
He cannot record though.
That's also true.
Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe. We don't have a way for you to give us money right now. Hold off on that.
Comment.
Leave a comment. Happy birthday.
Happy
Okay. It's someone's birthday somewhere. So happy birthday to you, random stranger.
Happy birthday, John Puvers 69, who finished 3rd in Protocol 40.
God damn it.
And thank you for listening. We're gone. Bye-bye.